The special court that was set up to try people who committed crimes against humanity. So, and also there is a disarmament commission that was set up to look at those who were rendered disabled by the war, you know, the amputees and all that. So there are a lot of verdicts of war, you know, that will have that opportunity, because we've been doing a lot of research about some of these things. So going there and seeing some of these things firsthand, you know, will really help. So I just thought that I should add that as well. Before I take my seat, I think we agreed that Kevin Clement, maybe one of these former secretaries general of IPRA, agreed to give a quick vote of thanks before we wrap up the proceedings. Yes. Yes, general assessment. His own general assessment of the conference.
From outside.
On behalf of all of you here, it gives me great pleasure, and I'm not sure why the pleasure has come to me, to thank Ibraham and Nesrin, Hendrik Itier, all of the volunteers. There's absolutely no need for apology. You managed to get, against overwhelming odds, 500 people from all around the world to come here to meet each other, old friends meeting, to make new friends, to have a whole series of very interesting panels and conversations and public plenaries, to once again celebrate this tribe which is IPRA. And I know, and all the other Secretary Generals know, that you do this with no administrative support, with almost no finances. It's always on top of other work, and it's a huge burden. And so on behalf of everybody, I just want to thank you very much again for having got this all together, and for having brought this group together. One of the things I think we can be really sure of is that we're confronting some extraordinarily tough times. The reason I come to IPRA, and the reason I like IPRA rather than some of the other conferences I go to, like the International Studies Association and so forth, is that this is a tribe of individuals, of people from all around the world, from the global north, the global south. There are men and women in this group, all of whom are committed to making sure that this world is more just and more peaceful. And we come here to gain strength to resist all that oppresses, all that exploits, all that dominates, all that generates harm and malice towards others. And the point of an IPRA conference is both to share the best of our academic wisdom, but more importantly to capture the enthusiasm of our hearts as we confront the bleak times that confront us. And we do this so that we can resist in love. We do this so that we can rehumanize those who are being dehumanized by a whole variety of political powers and principalities. And we do it so that we can strive for a world which is indeed a world of greater union, where multiculturalism can be celebrated, where diversity can be celebrated, and where we can discover a place to stand as human beings. And so from my little part of the world down in Aotearoa, New Zealand, to this part of the world at the crossroads where Europe meets Asia, I want to thank you both for having had the courage to bring this group together, for having shouldered all of the responsibilities, for having succeeded against overwhelming odds, to ensure that these 500 people came to gather again, to meet each other, to kind of reaffirm our solidarity with each other, to kind of work with those in conflict and in violence for a more just and peaceful world. And I want, on behalf of myself personally and all of my colleagues here, to thank you both for being who you are and for getting us together.